before we get into this video, we're going to build an entire fence. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions. The first stage to doing this is getting the posts up to where we want them to be positioned. Adam's coming up with a post knocker later on today, and I want to get all the stuff set this morning because I'm on a half day at work today. Yeah, half day. Forgot about this. Not too bad. Should need 18. Back to you when I have that done. I've just realised this is my first time driving this and I've owned it for 3 weeks. Not easy. Definitely a good investment. Downside to only on one camera, you have to keep coming back for it. Didn't even spin up. That's a good job. I use 4-wheel drive. Some job. Right, let me explain what the crack is here. Through the gap, we're coming, call it a 30 degree angle. And we'll be coming to here. This will be a corner post here. I'm thinking of putting a small gate at that end, because I don't want anything to be attached to where I'm going to put the gate on. The gate is currently hung on the far side. It's an old post. The post on this side has been replaced last year. I'm going to spin the gate around, make it hang on the good post, taking the weight off the other one, because I'm going to have to get a bolt and screw that in. But for now, we're working on this section here. Now, I'm not 100% sure where to go, but I'm going to lay them down on the low side. The tractor will come down, drive a post, drive forward, move, drive a post, drive forward, move, boom, boom, boom. Hopefully. And legs it every 2.4 meters is the plan. We'll get the strainers in, and then we'll run a line. If you look at the apple trees, what I did was move the line. Just give me a minute, I'll go through these posts out. Right guys, my backup crew, my work colleagues here, so I'm going to work. See you in half a day. We'll be back doing this afternoon. This yoke's deadly! Yo! Trevor, you were right. Boy, that's a good job. Right guys, Adam's here. We're going to drive in the post this afternoon. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut it while I'm talking because I'm busy. But we're going to go up here. These are going to be trestles for berry bushes, berry canes, briars, thornless hopefully. Right, we need to get up here and get this done because we're burning daylight. Come on. Boy, that's handy. That is handy. I love my quad. Right, that's out of my way. Here's what we've done. Wait, I'll show you this bit at the bottom. It's a wee bit dodgy looking. It's just a glare hole. All the water coming off the road through the hedge. Water's been trapped, but it is what it is. Now that there's going to be plants, it'll make it better. Look, see? The next time we have the digger up, it'll probably be Trevor helping. I'll get him to pull them in straight. Now, these bad boys, there's one here and one up here. You hear me talking about raspberries? I'm going to make a trellis. This is the upright. I'll put 4x2 timbers here, and it'll be like that, like a big clothesline. Picture a big clothesline. First year's growth, second year's growth. When the second year's growing, this year's fruiting. Third year, this fruits, this one grows because it's been cut off. Biennial, baby. Also, whenever I have Trevor up the next time, there'll be a strainer post go in here. This will be open, and we'll move this fence a metre into the field. And the metre will start here. This is where we're going to move that gate. The bracket is broken on it. So I'm going to use this new gate that was put in. Adam put it in last year. Put a post in here, H-brace, and then running that way there. Kind of following the blue pipe. It's getting late. I've worked all day, 2 jobs. I'm going to get this trailer back to the yard, get the quad on it, get it home, and we'll pick this up tomorrow or the next day or maybe the day after. But part 2 of this is putting the fence along my new post. Guys, it's another day to make another dollar. Today we're going to put these, do all the prep towards this fence. The posts are in about 10 days. I have forgot to get fencing wire for the H-braces, so we're going to do all the prepping today and then hopefully get it done next week, because the sheep are nearly due to lamb, and in order to do that they need to be back here, not on borrowed grass. Let's get to it. Because I don't have a flat surface or a workbench to work on, I had to make one. So this is the way we're going to shape at it. Of course one of them doesn't grip. Aha. These are for the middle ones. Keep it on a curve. Does that work? We'll find out whether it does or not. Fixed. Wasn't this a cool job for this old motorbike strap I used to need? If you don't know what that's about, I owned a motorbike all my life, up until the point I bought that yoke. Yeah, started farming. No time to biking. Getting too old anyway. Right, now we're going to join these together. Because it's over 50 meters, we've got this extra piece. Both of them going the same way. I'm going to have to roll that out and roll it back in the other way, because that's the joint. It's not easy. Right guys, I've went ahead and cut these out. I've got like four pieces of these out. The idea of that will be able to wrap around the strainer post. Now we've got a metre of 10mm threaded bar. We're going to cut it into 200mm or 8-inch sections, which half or 4 inches will go into the post here, and the other 4 will go into the strainer post, and that'll be the guide that'll hold it all together. Remember guys, measure accurately. I need another bar. I need 2 for each post. There's 4 strainer posts for making up 4 H braces. Need 8 of these. We're missing 3. We need 3. We have 5. Reinforcements have arrived. You're going to drive the trailer. Hang on, stay there. Do we do you stand up and that is? No, stand there. Wait, say, look, I'm holding you. Go like this. Peace.
Peace.
Put your hand up and do peace.
Peace.
Okay, Spider-Man jump.
Don't stay me.
Thing wasn't in. Don't crash my trailer, I said.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Go, baby.
Oh, he's flying. Isn't he flying, Is?
Yeah.
Ah, no bother. Boys, hit the gate. Right, hang on. It's soaking wet, look. Soaking wet, right, get you off, I'll do it. Stand back. On your marks, attack, go.
Go! Go!
You know what kind of conditions you call this ground? Lose a boot conditions. Because you could lose a boot in it.
Go down and play with Edgar for a bit.
Oh! As soon as the quad's out of action, he leaves me. Get your hands out of your pockets before you fall. Right, okay. I'll do it myself. Sure enough, whenever you're fencing, you always end up in a tight spot. I have 2 staples in it. I have kind of driven them home, which is good and bad. I want to just get it fixed so that I can start. We'll be pulling it that way. A wee bit of leeway, it shouldn't be that far away anyway. But for now, that's it. Tell you one thing, I'm not looking forward to rolling that up that there. So there's about 70 meters there. That's as much as we can do here now. But you can see what I'm at. H braces. The wire is 800 millimeters. I've made them 900 millimeters because this one here I'm going to put barbed wire underneath it. I will do the same with that down there. 1 at the bottom, 2 at the top. 1 at the bottom around the perimeter, 2 at the top. Shouldn't have much left after that. Along the vegetable garden, 2 at the top. On the back side of the vegetable garden where the stone is, maybe concreted at some stage because there's pipes underneath it. Not that they'll ever be touched, but concrete underneath it. Give us a flat plinth to put plants in. Annual plants that I can take clippings off and propagate. That there's about 2 inches off the plumb. What is it? 4 feet high. Needs to go to about here. The bottom of the hammer, or from here, needs to go to about there. Whenever in a future video we'll be resurfacing the yard, actually putting the final cap on. We're going to have a bit of machines and it's going to be good crack. Whenever the digger's here, Trevor's going to be driving it and I'm going to get him to pull that out because there's a couple of posts down there from earlier. Whenever Adam was up with the post driver, it it was too wet and we couldn't do anything, but the digger squared up. Alright, boss!
What?
Say hello to YouTubers.
Hello, YouTuber.
Say, see you in a film! Not wise. Before we go, look, will you see the shape of them? Right, we're 2/3 the way there. We'll pick this up whenever I have something to tighten the fence. Right, where we left this video off, oh, this is wet. Guys, where we left this video off the last day, we were going to pick it up and do a bit of fencing. That hasn't happened. The weather has been brutal and I haven't got a chance to come up with the camera to do it. To the point, 2 weeks has passed, I just came up one morning, rolled it out and banged it up. The reason for going ahead and putting it up in the bad weather, 2 lambs born yesterday. I need to get this done. There's still no sheep. Now guys, where the sheep are, the farmer, which wishes to remain anonymous, it wants to keep them there because there's another ewe that's about to give birth also. Meaning she's too heavy to move. He's afraid of her aborting or doing, afraid of her going south. So for this third of the video, I'm going to show you the process I went through to put up the fence. Okay, these horizontal strands I don't cut. I cut the vertical ones out of it to get big long stringy boys, long enough to go around this strainer post, and then I wrapped it 6 tight wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did on 6. That's a soft wire. It had to be cut with the pliers. Just along with this rise is, I have had to put a joint in because this fence on the straight section that I'm on is 50 meters long, which is a roll of wire. I needed like 70. That piece to take me up around the corner. So I put a joint in. I again cut the vertical pieces out, leaving the big long horizontal pieces, bound them together where it naturally knits or is tied together, put 2 together and wrapped it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 goes each side, bonding it, locking it in. Just be careful when you're doing that. Ideally you want to use a flat surface. I didn't really have a flat surface. If you watch the video, I just bound it together and made it a wee bit too tight, but no one's going to see it, only me and you. We'll start off at the start making these each braces. The first stage was to space it out. I did that, they're all uniform. I used a white stick. It's just slightly shorter than a 4-inch post. So it's spaced out. I cut the post the size of the stick, and then I bored holes. You can kind of see what's happening. I'll explain why this isn't so straight now in a minute, but the post goes into here and into here. It's about 4 inches each side. I then held the post up, drilled through it, marking where it's going to be, took it out, sent it on in, and then sent this here home. This here had to protrude out slightly because the wire goes around it. I measured it, it's 9 meters, 2 full wraps, loosely done. I tie them, I lock them past each other like you do, like a shoestring almost, and then I took and I wrapped each one 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the magic number, so they're linked like that there. In the first post I tried to do, I watched knots on YouTube, and it actually turns out that the knots that they were doing were for high tensile steel. This is a soft wire, aka bull wire. Where do you see the knot? There's the knot there. I then got the hammer, put them through and wrapped it, and you continue to wrap it till you feel the tension on it. Yeah, it's a good leverage. Round and round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. And then put one of the cuttings of the wire, was about 1 foot long. I just put it through it and just tied it off. Whether it actually was under that much pressure that it would lock it off or not, I'm not sure. But what it does do is it kind of looks cool. And because you want the pressure coming into the big post, put the staple, keep it out, put the wire around it, and that should hold it pretty good. Now let me explain to you how this double H brace went so wrong. Look at it. Like I've just explained, put the hammer in, wind it round so you feel the tension, feel it all tight. Oh! I didn't feel that. Just kept winding and winding and winding. But I goes, right, that'll near do me. Did the other one, because it's opened, I was actually drawing them together and the pressure had to go somewhere. It pushed that post out. The bloody strainer post it pushed out of all the posts. So I actually was going to get the digger. Whenever the digger comes, get him to push it out. I decided against that. I cut the two tensioning wires and I redid them a bit slacker so that whenever the digger does come and he puts a bit of pressure on that, nothing will snap, hopefully. But on the plus, I already have the wire fixed down at the bottom. It's going to be pulled this way and it's going to go round this corner, and it should put pressure inward and therefore should hold it in place whenever we do move it. How's with that for a fluke? Now when it comes to tension in this wire, you'll get a yoke. Actually was talking to a guy at work today and he told me that his dad had one and I'm going to get it off him. It's one of the, you put it in, it's like clamps and it goes through the wire like this, and then there's pins go in, put another plate on, put pins in, bang them down in, and then it's for pulling the wire, so it pulls it all at an even rate. The first time I did the fence, Jason from Jason Rice Mechanical and Joinery Mechanical, yeah, you know who you are, he got me a thing for pulling. It had a ratchet and all on it. The second time I used a bit of wood, did the job, but it wasn't as handy. But we're not going to be doing that until the digger arrives. So the reason why the fence is loose is because I was originally going to use the quad, right? I was really going to use the quad, but it's not going to work with a quad. The ground's too wet and there's probably not enough weight anyway. Whenever the 13-ton digger comes, that'll have enough weight and enough oomph to pull it. Hopefully not pull it out at the bottom, but it'll definitely have enough pull, put these kinks in it. These kinks here, they're a gauge for tension in the wire. Tighter it gets, straighter it gets. Guys, I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just winging it. I keep telling you that, but believe it. We'll believe it when I say it. I've explained it as best I can. I'm more of a doer than an explainer anyway. If you watch the channel, you should know that by now. And I'm just winging it, but it should keep the sheep in or out, whichever way direction you're headed. On another note, if you're going to do a bit of fencing, or if you just have a query regarding the fencing that you've seen me do, hit me up in the comments below and I'll try to answer it, because it's not going to be sound advice, but I can only tell you what I know because I'm an amateur farmer, homesteader, small holdener, bluffer. I like bluffer. Fits the description. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the field.